Welcome to my channel Daily Bulletin News. Leo brings Jude's christening to Halt with something very important to say. Thursday, March 28, 2024. Today on Days of Our Lives, John struggles at the christening, Nicole remembers her baby's birth, Teresa snipes at Holly, and Leo can't help himself. Please note that if you purchase something by clicking on a link within this story, we may receive a small commission of the sale. In a short V-neck dress, Nicole strolls into the dim-era living room filled with blue and white balloons. She finds a suit-clad EJ, who is distracted by Stefan's legal woes. However, he'll rally for the christening. Holly sulks in, wearing her robe and pajamas. Nicole wonders why she's not dressed for the christening yet. Holly sighs that she doesn't have the energy for it. Nicole talks her into it, but Holly says she'll meet them there. Wearing a bright pink suit with a swirly pattern, Leo runs into Melinda in the square. She tries to bypass him, but he stops her to discuss the christening. Melinda can't believe he thinks he's going. He expounds on the ways he's connected to Jude. Melinda orders him to keep his mouth shut if he wants to keep the life he's grown accustomed to. The outside of prison life. They snipe at each other before Melinda goes to check on Sloane. Wearing a suit vest over his white shirt and tie, Eric eagerly anticipates the christening. In a short wrap dress, Sloane, temporarily played by Natasha Hall, says she doesn't know how to feel about Nicole hosting the party. All she can think about is how Nicole kidnapped Jude. Later, she apologizes to Eric for being a downer and vows to take the high road. Eating breakfast at the pub, Teresa and Brady joke about him being the godfather. Brady does his best Marlon Brando impression, and Teresa suggests she bring some cannolis to the christening. She calls Tate to tell him of her plans to visit after the service. When he asks about Holly, she urges him to think about school instead of the girl who got him into this mess. After Roman and Kate stop by their table, Roman gives Brady a pep talk about Tate and his parenting skills. Roman later gets a call that his delivery driver, who was on his way to the Dimeras with food for the party, was in a car wreck. Kate offers to take care of it and shoos Brady and Roman out to the christening. In their townhouse, Marlena helps John with his suit tie. Wearing a sparkly suit herself, she suggests they take a trip to Hawaii. John growls that he can't run away from the fact that he killed an innocent young woman. She reminds him they can't be sure he did it. Beating himself up is not okay, and it's even hurting her. That's the last thing John wants. She knows that because he's a good and decent man. Marlena tells him to forgive himself, but he doesn't know if he can do that. She urges him to put aside his guilt for one day and focus on the joy of the new life they're celebrating. John will do it for her. At the church, Leo meets the priest who declares everyone there today will bear responsibility for Jude's spiritual growth. Alone, Leo muses that he's good and kind, but honest? Not so much. He cautiously dips his finger into holy water and hurries away. After Melinda comes to the apartment, Eric goes over her duties and then goes to call Sami. Alone with her co-conspirator, Sloane worries about how she'll get through this. Melinda says she will because she has to, but she does worry about Leo and Nicole being in the same place together. John and Marlena arrive at the church, surprised to see Leo there. He whimsically expounds on how spiritual he feels before departing. When Brady, Teresa, and Roman show up, Teresa tells the Blacks that she's going to see Tate right after the service. When asked about the after-party, she muses it's best if she stays clear of EJ and Nicole, who show up. After Eric, Sloane, Jude, and Melinda arrive, Sloane bristles upon receiving Leo's very Leo greeting. John tells Marlena that he's having a tough time in the house of the Lord, especially after seeing the baby. She assures him she'll be there every step of the way. Holly joins the group and asks Brady and Teresa about Tate. Teresa gives a snarky reply, causing the team to retreat to Nicole and EJ's side. As the priest begins the service, Leo and Nicole both flash back to Nicole giving birth on the roadside. They share a somber look. Leo interrupts. I have something to say, something very important, something that can't wait. Stay tuned and subscribe our channel to get such latest news.